All right, everybody, we are back, and it is day 3 of the weekly challenge. Finally, in the same challenge and consecutive days here. So let's do this. I left you off with this nice 19-point hand. Lots of chunky values, tens, totally flat though, right? So we're just going to treat this like our normal 18-19 balanced, right? This is not a hand we would upgrade to 2-no trump ever, right? We just don't have a source of tricks in this hand, even though it's a nice, I would call it a meaty 19. It's a hand that we're just going to treat as its value, right? There's no reason to be upgrading this. So after partner bids a spade, we just bid 2-no trump, and we get to play it there. Now, this is awesome. Oh, my God. I'm so happy we're seeing this hand. This is a hand that comes up all the time. And the question I get, and let me flash the auction back up here, is how can you pass 2-no trump? Or why wouldn't we bid 3-no trump? Another very good question here. And the answer is right in front of you on this board. The 2-no trump rebid is 18-19 balanced, okay? And it is that way for a very good reason. We're going to go to game almost always when we make this rebid. However, in those times where partner may have stretched to make their response, and we're going to see that in a second when I take this auction out of here, look at partner's hand, we want to allow them the ability to pass or sign off in some sort of way at this level, or sometimes in 3 of a suit, okay? And there are conventional gadgets that can actually help with this sign-off process after the 2-no trump rebid, but this is one of the more common ways to sign off after a 2-no rebid. It's just the pass, right? And we are happy partners doing this with a hand that is just not worthy to go forward. We just need to be able to allow our partner to make this bid, right? To not go forward after we make our bid, right? If we jump to 3-no trump, we're going to be stuck playing that game. And even if we make a game here, it's not really a spot where we would rate to do so opposite a random 4 count, right? So the opponents now are getting off to at least a lead that's going to give us some timing on this hand. So take a moment and plan the play here before I play a trick. So we're going to get to unblock our club position in our hand before the opponents really get to breaking any of their suits. And we're going to have a neat way to develop a sure entry to that side of the table. And that's going to be in the heart suit. So take a look at the way we're going to do this. We're definitely going to unblock every club we have here. So it's going to be ace of clubs, king, the queen, and now we see, okay, lefty had 3 and righty is pitching a diamond. So here we're just going to play a low heart, and we would have played the 9 here, guaranteeing an entry. By the way, we don't want to play the 10 and play low, because now if they duck that, there goes our entry. So we want to make sure at any moment we're winning a trick over here. So my plan was to play the 9 if they played low. Here it's clearly to play the 9, same exact thing. And now they're getting to the business of breaking their best side suit. So there we go. They already pitched a diamond on our right here. Maybe they switched to a spade. Boom. There we go. If we saw an honor in spades here, we might explore setting up a trick in that suit as well. But here we won't have to. There's our entry. Boom. Shakalaka. Ooh, nice. I like that. So interesting. Make your play. Okay, it doesn't really matter, actually. We don't have to make our play here. I was saying if we had 1 extra card left, we might have a choice of developing a spade trick and keeping this diamond here, but it's the same, right? We have to lose a spade trick to create one, so we'll just cash a king of diamonds. If we saw a meaningful card there, maybe an extra trick, but no dice. We're just going to cross over to that dummy, play that jack of clubs, and we're going to ask our partner, why aren't you kicking it into game with your 4 count? Haven't you seen me play these robot tournaments before? What's going on, buddy? No, in all seriousness, this was a very good auction by our partner. There's really no way, and let's get over to the results screen right here. There's no way we're going to sign off somewhere better than 2-no trump, right? We opened a diamond. Partner is just saying, okay, I'm not going to press forward, and we're very lucky to get the number of tricks that we took on this hand. You shave 1 card one way or the other, and we're just not able to do any of this great stuff that we did. And they got off to our best lead, really. They let our best suit, so all things were going well on this particular hand. But I'm glad we get to see this one. Take this to the bank, guys. 2-no trump is 18-19 for this exact reason, right? We want partner to just be able to sign off when they have stretched a bid. And also, look at that north hand. Always bid, right? When you are super short in that minor suit that partner opened, stretch to make your call. Very important. And now don't worry, you can still bail out as long as partner doesn't make the mistake with this south player's hand of jumping to 3-no trump. And I'm wondering if I know the robot won't do this, but I wish I was playing in like a human tournament. I would love to see what happened with a 3-no trump rebid, because now maybe they lead a diamond, and maybe it's not as clear that you're going to make this in. So who knows? But we did very well to get plus 150 here. We expect the robot to be repeating that. So let's take a look at the next board for Wednesday here. Just your normal 13 count. We're going to open 1 diamond. Ooh, okay, double, 2 diamonds, 2 spades. Make your call, folks. What would you make with this particular hand here? So the 2 diamond bid is just your garden variety raise, right? The double doesn't ever really change this. It should just be, yeah, the robot is frequently going to do this with a 4 card holding, and it's just 6 to 9 or 6 to 8 bad, 10 points. The question is, what call do we make with this hand when it gets back to us? This is weird. It's a best hand challenge, so it's just us against the robot here. So, you know, I'm not sure what the robot would do. I don't think they would bid with our hand. Even if they would, I don't even know if it's going to be right. We would love to use the law of total tricks in this situation and say, okay, if we can know partner has a 5 card raise, and that would be more the case if we opened a club, but even the robot might raise with only 4 in that spot as well. But here we don't know it can be 9, and we're on the minimum side of the spectrum, right? We're kind of, you know, this semi-balanced 13 count or balanced 13 count with nowhere to go. Do we really want to be playing this at the 3 level when we could just be defending and maybe doing well here, right? East and West don't have to have a spade fit on this particular hand. So here I am just going to pass. And again, another common theme to success in a robot tournament or a robot challenge is don't rush to play every hand. Now this may be wrong, right? We might be going minus imps on this, but it is also an imp tournament. So when we're talking here about imps, we don't need to take these risks as much as we would in match points, right? In match points, this difference between maybe plus 110 if we're making 3 diamonds versus plus 100 if we're only beating 2 spades, 1 trick would be a huge difference. In this format, not so much, folks, right? So here we don't necessarily have to be stretching to make these marginal calls in this particular format. So here, another reason to pass, and that's what we're going to do. And now, what are you going to lead? Make your choice of leads here. I would guess you would think of 2 different leads. And I would too. I mean, I would think maybe ace of clubs club, trying to set up a ruff, but that could just set up a lot of tricks for West, right? That's one of the suits that they're going to be looking at. And West would be the one short in diamonds and where they would want to take some ruffs. So what I'm looking at here is just a low spade, right? I don't really want to break any of the other suits other than maybe clubs to create that ruff. And I don't think we really need to be that aggressive in this low level of contract. We might readjust later. And the cool thing about having like ace small in your hand is if partner does have an honor that's useful, we can execute this very quick voiding of ourselves and maybe a ruff later on. So here, I'm going to lead a spade. Oh, nice. Dummy did only have 3 spades. That is good. And take a look before I do anything else here. What did we just see? Oh, no, we don't want to see the auction. We want to see the cards. All right, we led the 8 of spades. It went low, queen, king. So now we should recognize that we're going to get a spade trick, right? We've just set up a spade trick in our own hand. And now we see what is Declare trying to do. Take a look. They are definitely trying to set up pitches in their own hand, right? Diamonds or clubs, we would guess. Probably diamonds, right? It sounds like East has at most 2 diamonds, right? If we just do the math here, and I'll just do it really quickly on the screen for us, right? If we have 4 diamonds, right, and dummy has 3, that's 7. We know a partner has 4 plus, right? So that gives Declare at most 2, right? Anytime partner has more diamonds, that is -1 from the East player's hand. So are they trying to get rid of their diamonds? Maybe they're trying to get rid of their hearts as well. Partner only has about 6 to 9 points. And what we can, we can probably assume that 3 or 4 of them are in diamonds. We can't know that. And we might find out pretty quickly that they're not. But at this point, once we see this club towards the king, we have to make a decision. And East chose, let's take a look. Let's also look back at the auction, make sure we're not doing anything too dumb here. Well, I like to avoid these things considering my streak of stupidity of recent note. So here, all right. Nothing really. They just took a preference for their partner's double. They bid 2 spades freely, though, so they have some values. And here they have the king of spades. We know that. They don't have really any points in clubs except maybe possibly the jack. That seems, I don't know, the nine of clubs seems like a weird play. Ace of hearts, probably. It's probably the card they're more likely to have, which means a heart from our hand would be a little bit dangerous. What's their shape? You wouldn't guess the club suit would be super short in the ace player's hand, so I'm just going to play the 10 and make them lead from this player. Okay, good. All right, so now we just also found out that partner had a second spade and a third spade. Okay, so spades were 4 triple 3. Very interesting, and they're putting us back on lead here. And I think now comes the time where we are going to break diamonds, right? And then maybe we'll come to the question of, do we want to cash the ace of clubs and now to avoid being thrown in later? But it looks like we might have just a diamond to exit here. Yeah, I think. Oh, that was terrible. Okay, so yeah, they did have the king of diamonds to our right. So now comes the hurry to actually get an extra trick in hearts. Okay. Oh, partner, what we doing? What's going on, bro? Oh, that was bad for us. So our partner, maybe it's not going to matter here at the end. Yeah, okay, there's the ace of hearts. So here we are on the results screen, and it looks like we were doing okay for the most part. We had a chance to get in an extra trick, and honestly, it was on my side. If I just at some point, instead of lead the place that I'm as diamond, if I just lead a heart instead, but that's a tough, it's tough to know what's right at this point, especially when you don't have a reliable partner kind of signaling you in a meaningful way, or at least not that I've been able to tell from my robot partner over the years. But here, at any point, if once I get in with this trick, if we take a look, right, I can still actually get there from the diamond. I just need to be playing a heart immediately afterwards, right? So at this moment, I can do certainly much better for our side. Once I commit to playing the diamond, though, a second time, we're just kind of parked into down one. My partner knew it before I did. So here, at least we're beating it a trick. And that's the most important thing when we're talking imps versus match points, right? We're willing to we don't want to give up a ton of tricks, right? If we can avoid it, but we're certainly willing to risk giving up an over trick if there's a pathway to defeating it. Here, we didn't really have to make that decision. We were pretty much destined to beat this hand if we just get off to our normal defense. And we can see that they didn't find a fit, right? And this is another lesson to you auction-wise, right? When you're looking at things like this, it's not clear that the opponents have a fit. We were discussing that during the auction before we even see the hands, right? So don't be in a rush to bid 3 diamonds. Look, everything's bad for you, right? Partner only had a 4-card raise. Stretching partner. I might try a no trump with that north end, to be honest, right? After we open a diamond, it goes double. I love one no trump, to be honest. I don't know why the robot didn't pull that onto the table, and now maybe we just get to play one no trump, which is good for us. We'll probably we'll have a shot at going plus there, right? We're gonna have to withstand some losers, but we're gonna scrape together some tricks in a few spots and maybe a good guess here or there, and we can be successful. But again, happy to go plus anytime in an imp tournament. We didn't have to worry about going any further than we did to get our plus score, and this is another spot where definitely don't have to be playing all these hands, even in a best hand tournament. And let me remind you once again, this is why 2-0 as a rebid is 18-19 balance. And also, let me also bring you in, and I know I just said also like 6 times, but I'm going to be too lazy to edit it out, so deal. All right, so on this one, anytime it goes 1-1, right? So it's very obvious when it goes one of a suit, 2-0. It's 18-19, right? Because it's a jump. Whenever it goes something 1 no trump, 2 no trump is also 18-19. All right, so don't forget 1-1, 2-0, 18-19 balanced. Right? Always and forever, even when it's not a jump. 1-1, 2-0, 18-19. Don't bid 3-0 with your 19s or your 18s because you want to allow a partner that ability to pass. In fact, 1 banana, 1 something, 3-0 is a hand that can take 9 tricks. That's usually just a long-running suit that you expect to maybe take an outside winner or 2. And that's why you're bidding 3-0 instead of 2-0. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. And unless I see you in the bridge quiz today, right? The bridge quiz is Wednesdays. So if you're seeing this live or right as I'm recording it this day, you'll be able to join us either live this afternoon or anytime you want with the topical bridge quizzes. This week, I believe, is slam practice. So that will be linked in the description, that particular lesson and the bridge quiz in general. They're great classes, either live or on replay. So don't hesitate, pick a few up, and you will not be disappointed. I will talk to you guys later, and we will finish off this robot with these next 2 days, Thursday and Friday. I will see you then, guys. Take care.